The Sutra on the Four Establishments of Mindfulness. Mindfulness of Body and Feelings. Dear Sangha, today is the 19th of February and we are in the new hamlet. We are studying the Sutra on the Four Establishments of Mindfulness. We know that the practice of awareness of the body and the mind is a very important one. Being aware of the whole body, and calming the functions of the body, is a very important practice in the Sutra on the full awareness of breathing, because we know there are 4 breathings related to the body. Breathing in and breathing out, recognizing the length of the breathing, we are aware of the whole body and calming the body. In Pali, the word for whole body is sarvakaya, it means all the parts of the body. Therefore, being aware of the whole body, means first of all that we are aware of our body as a collection of different parts. Secondly, we are aware of the different parts of our body. We are aware of the different parts of the body separately. When we study the 4 establishments of mindfulness, we see this more clearly. We are aware of our body when we stand, walk, sit, and lie down. When we perform actions with our body, when we look deeply at the different parts of our body, we see that the basis of our body is the 4 elements: earth, water, fire and air. We see the 9 stages of dissolution of the body after the death of the body. When we are aware of our body, when we embrace and look deeply into our body, we can have insight. That insight is the insight of impermanence, no self, and interbeing. The insight is that this body is not me. We should not be attached to this body and identify ourselves with this body, because if we do, we shall make ourselves suffer. When we understand that, we can see that the practice in Plum Village follows the teachings of the 4 establishments of Mindfulness Sutra. Whether we stand, walk, sit, lie down, or work, we are now practicing the things the Buddha taught us in the Sutra on the 4 establishments of mindfulness. All the exercises in the book of guided meditation, blooming of a lotus, are all intended for us to practice seriously the things which the Buddha taught in the Sutra on the 4 establishments of mindfulness and the Sutra on the full awareness of breathing. Therefore, the last 2 breathings of the body, that is, the 3rd and 4th breathings, are being aware of the functions of the body and calming the functions of the body. When we read the Sutra on the 4 establishments of mindfulness, we understand more clearly what this means. We now know how we can be aware of the functions of our body and how we can calm the functions of our body. In the Sutra on the full awareness of breathing, the Buddha doesn't go into detail teaching us to look deeply into the interbeing nature of our body, and the different things which make our body come into being, and the 32 parts of the body. However, the exercises in the 3rd and 4th breathings are meant to teach us to do that, when we talk about being aware of the body's functions and calming the body's functions. When we are able to take hold of our body in mindfulness, we begin to master our mind, and our body becomes one with us. If the practice of mindfulness is still weak, our body is like a wild buffalo. Therefore, mindfulness is the herdsman and our mind is the wild buffalo. The buffalo trainer comes to the buffalo, and with the practice of mindfulness, the buffalo trainer gets to know the buffalo. After that, the buffalo trainer can sit or lie on the back of the buffalo. That is the image of the 10 buffalo training paintings, mastering the buffalo. At first, the buffalo is a separate entity from the one who masters the buffalo. Gradually, the buffalo trainer and the buffalo become one. And in the end, the buffalo trainer is sitting on the back of the buffalo and singing. He can lie on the back of the buffalo and the buffalo can go wherever he likes. But if we are not able to master our body, it is very difficult to master our mind. Therefore, the practice of the 4 establishments begins with looking, observing the body in the body, taking hold of the breathing as we are in any position, sitting, standing, walking, taking hold of our body by mindfulness when we are bending down, when we are straightening up, when we are walking forward, and when walking backwards. It is a very important practice to be able to see the different parts of the body, smile to them, enjoy ourselves with them, to be able to see the different elements which make up the body. There are people who say, when I practice, I just practice with my mind. This is because they have not yet understood what practice means. When you practice, you have to practice with your body. Your body is the object of your practice. We know that when we are not able to grasp firmly our steps and our breathing, we are not able to grasp our mental activities. Therefore, to be able to take hold of our steps and take hold of our breathing is to be able to take hold of and understand our mind. Then we will become the buffalo, and the buffalo will bekomeus. Therefore the Buddha often teaches us that his teachings are to master body and mind. We have to follow correctly the method of mastery, and then we can make peace with our body and with our mind. Once there was a horse trainer who had practiced for a while with the Buddha. One day at tea meditation, the Buddha asked him, "How do you master horses? How do you train them? Please tell me." And the horse trainer said, "Some horses like sweet things and so I give them what is sweet to eat, and there are some horses that like salty food and needed to be firm with, so I use strong methods. And with some horses you need to use both the sweet and the strong, there are 3 different ways." The Buddha smiled, and he said, "In the case that there is a horse to which you have applied these 3 methods already and have not been successful, what do you do? What if spoiling them doesn't help and being strong with them doesn't help, either?" The horse trainer said, "In that case, I kill the horse. Because if I leave him in the herd with the other horses, he will influence the other horses, and that is dangerous." The horse trainer turned to the Buddha, and he said, "Lord Buddha, what do you do? How do you master your disciples? Because I see that in your community there are disciples who are easy to teach, and there are those who are difficult." The Buddha replied, "I do the same as you do. There are disciples who I can be successful with by being sweet to them, and there are disciples who I need to be strong with, and there are disciples who need both." Then the horse trainer said, "What if you are not successful with those 3 methods? What do you do with the disciple then?" The world-honored one said, "I do the same as you." Then the horse trainer said, "What do you mean by that?" And the Buddha said, "That means I kill that disciple." "But, Lord Buddha, you practice the precept of no killing. How can you kill your disciple?" The Buddha said, "Killing doesn't mean killing with a sword. It means not allowing them to stay in the community anymore. If they cannot stay in the community, they cannot live their life as a monk or a nun, they are finished. So if having used the methods of being sweet and being strong, and being both sweet and strong, we are not successful, we have to ask the disciple to leave the community." And then the horse trainer understood what the Buddha meant by the word kill here. If you cannot be in the Sanghakaya anymore, if we have to leave the Sanghakaya, our life as a monk or a nun, our ideal as a monk or a nun, cannot be realized, and that is equivalent to being dead. Naturally, in the Sanghakaya, there is compassion, love, and care. There is embracing, and the Sangha practices inclusiveness, not asking people to leave. But if the Sangha has done everything it can, and the monk or the nun has not done their best, then there is no other method but to ask them to leave. However, the energy of the Buddha and the Sangha is very great. According to the experience of the Buddha, if you can tame the most difficult horse, it will become a very good horse, the best horse. It is the same with elephants. If you can tame an elephant, then that elephant will be able to go to war and do very well. So good elephant trainers and good horse trainers know what to do. Sometimes they have to use iron, sometimes they have to use a hammer, but that is not to punish the horse. It is to break the habit energy of the horse or of the elephant from when they were in the forest. With skillfulness, with lightness, and with spoiling, the trainer can also master that elephant or that horse. Once they have been mastered, they will become very important elements in the Sangha. If the horse trainer is determined, he will be patient and he will use all his methods in order to master this horse. To master does not mean to punish. It means to help that horse leave aside its wild habit energies. It does not mean that the horse trainer is cruel when he has to use the hammer sometimes. The important thing for the horse trainer is not discipline, the important thing is patience, love, and compassion. Wherever there is patience, there is love. If we are lacking in patience, then our love is not very solid yet. So as far as a difficult horse is concerned, we need more time for it. And when we are successful, that success will be very great. According to the Buddha, if we have patience, then we will be successful in nearly everything. The bamboo forest master had many disciples. His best disciple was Phap Loa, who was the second patriarch of the bamboo forest school. There was another disciple called Bao Phak, who was very loved by the bamboo forest master. Master Bao Phak was the teacher of the Princess Nguyen Tran. He helped her to become a nun and to practice. Bao Phak was also often the attendant of the bamboo forest master, and he was there on the night when the bamboo forest master passed away. The night when the bamboo forest master passed away on the mountain, there were only a couple of monks present. One was called Dharma Lamp, and the bamboo forest master told Dharma Lamp to go and find Master Bao Phak, because he knew he might not survive the night. When Master Bao Phak was about to go, he had to cross a stream. But there had been a big storm, so he couldn't cross the stream. He had to spend the night by the stream. Only when the water went down the next day could he cross and arrive in the Sleeping Clouds Hermitage. When he arrived, the bamboo forest master was still alive. Master Bao Phak was asked, "Why did you come late?" And he said to bamboo forest master, "Because the stream was so high I couldn't cross." Then the bamboo forest master said, "If you have anything to ask, then ask it." Master Bao Phak was the attendant of the bamboo forest master that night, and in the middle of the night, the bamboo forest master wanted to look out at the sky. That is what he wanted most of all, to look at the sky with the moon and the stars. Master Bao Phak opened the door of the Sleeping Clouds Hermitage, and when he opened the door, bamboo forest master looked and saw the sky with so many stars, and he asked, "What is the time?" Master Bao Phak said, "It is the midnight hour." Then the bamboo forest master said, "Then it is the time I have to go." Master Bao Phak asked, "Where are you going, late at night like this? Where do you want to go?" And the bamboo forest master said, "All things are without birth, all things are without death. If you are able to understand this, all the Buddhas of the 3 times are with you. Nothing is born, nothing dies. If you can see that, then all the Buddhas are present before you, not coming from anywhere and not going anywhere. This means we go, but we don't really go, and we don't really come." And having said that, he passed into nirvana. So Bao Phak was alongside the bamboo forest master when he passed into nirvana, and he was a very precious disciple, a loved disciple of the bamboo forest master. Tuesday Chung Tuong Si was the master of Tran Yung Tong. Bao Phak wrote a gatha for Tran Yung Tong, and this gatha shows he was already a monk of deep understanding. They read this gatha in Chinese. This gatha was written in a book by Master Bao Phak to praise Tuesday Chung.